Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. When you're talking about something that you're passionate about, honesty absolutely goes a long way. It goes a long, long way in this business of content creator. It goes a long way. It lets you know it lets you know how the hate can be real, especially in this business that we do in YouTube, content creating, talking about your team. It lets you know, because now, all of a sudden, I don't know what the hell Uncle Leroy talking about. Uncle Leroy got the testicular fortitude to text me about the Colts and how Uncle Leroy texted me today. The first thing he said, your Eagles ain't looking too good. Y'all 4-5 too. What you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Y'all in third place. Y'all not going nowhere. Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. Everybody who's so happy about the Eagles' demise, with the exception of the Saints fans, probably not going nowhere. The Dallas Cowboys aren't going. It was a great win, but you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. The Washington Redskins, if they go to the playoffs, still if they go to the playoffs, they'll be a doormat. The Giants are done. The Giants been done for weeks. I just don't understand it. If I was terrible too, I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be talking if I was just as terrible. The joy that these guys get knowing that somebody else is terrible with them. Yes, the Eagles are terrible right now. The Eagles are terrible right now. But since I decided to say it because I'm a realist, I am deemed as not being the same Lord Brunson for some reason. I call a spade a spade. We terrible. But are we out of the race? No. No, we not out of the race. No. I am Lord Brunson. I am back at you with the back at you. And I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Tell these old dudes to get a hobby. Tell some of these dudes to get a hobby. And of course, I ain't talking about Unc, but some of you content creators, you know who you are. You know who you are. You want to make a video about Lord Brunson, make sure you put the name in the title so people could look me up and see what's really going on over here. Now, these are the keys to victory for the New Orleans Saints. Now, honestly, this will probably be one of the keys to victory because I got to be real. I got to be real. In every one of my keys to victory, I have pointed out how we can beat the opposing team, whether the outcome is a loss or not. But this might be the first keys to victory probably since I started YouTube, where I say that we have a 90% chance of losing this game. But there still are keys to victory. Now, I absolutely believe that we need an outer body experience from the defense. We need an outer body experience. We need Schwartz. Schwartz had to fall on his damn head this week on some concrete to wake up a new person. Because if he go in there playing that scheme against Drew Brees, we are going to get embarrassed. Point blank period. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. Ronald Darby out for the season. Rodney McLeod out for the season. Sidney Jones probably be back this week, but he's missed a plethora of games. Jalen Mills is doubtful. That's 3 starters in your secondary going against the most dangerous passing team in the league right now. Going against the hottest team in the league right now. Going against the hottest quarterback in the league right now. I don't know who is going to be starting where in the secondary as of right now. You know what I mean? I don't know who. And the guys that I've named, Darren Sproles hasn't played since week 1. I don't know where Mac Hollins is. Timmy Jernigan back. I don't know where half of these guys are. The sheet of injuries that we have right now is completely overwhelming. But injuries is not an excuse because we won a Super Bowl off injuries. It's all about getting the right man and the next man up to fill in these gaps. So the first key to victory would be to not play that sticks defense on a 3rd and long. If we're fortunate enough to get the Saints in a 3rd and long situation, we need to get them off the field. The first key to victory is getting them off the field in a 3rd and medium to a 3rd and long. Getting them off the field in 3rd down. That's the key to victory. You want to keep Drew Brees off the field. That's the first key to victory. If they win the time of possession, I don't see no way we can win this game. I don't see no way we can win this game. If the Saints win the time of possession, the game is over. The more Drew Brees has the ball in his hand with a wounded secondary like ours, the more Drew Brees is susceptible to carving us up. The first key to victory will be keeping Drew Brees off the field. Point point blank period. The second key to victory will be winning time of possession. It kind of goes hand in hand, but to win time of possession, we've been probably the leader in the last 3 years in the NFL for time of possession. The way we was winning time of possession was running the ball. The Cowboys had a greater time of possession than us last week against us because we didn't run the ball. You know what I mean? We ran the ball 14 times. We have to get this game has to be back against your wall football. If we win the coin toss, we got to come out throwing deep. We got to come out and attacking that secondary, which is the third key to victory. Attack the secondary. You want to have a mix-up. You want to have a balance of running pass, but you want to challenge those dudes deep, man. You got to, man. They brought Eli Apple over there, man. That's the weakest part of this team is the secondary, in my opinion. You got to, if you Carson Wentz and you Alshon Jeffrey and you Golden Tate, you Nelson Aguilar, you Zach Ertz, that is an awesome core of receivers. Although the record doesn't say it, but Carson Wentz is having a phenomenal year. Zach Ertz is having a phenomenal year. Alshon Jeffrey is having a good year. Everybody's having a good year. Challenge them boys deep. Challenge them deep. We got to put the ball up, get ourselves in positions to win this game. We can't come out with this passive style like we came out with the Cowboys, very passive in the first half of the game, and we only had 3 points on the board. We can't do that. We can't do that. If we're going to beat the Saints and we have 3 points at halftime, it better be 3-0. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. We want to keep Drew Brees off the field any way we can, creating turnovers. Whatever we got to do, cut those drives short, keep them off the field, hold them to field goals. We don't want these guys to get in the end zone. Win time of possession. Win time of possession and challenge these guys deep. Jim Schwartz cannot play that sticks defense on 3rd and long. Because as we've seen in games this year and games in the past, that sticks defense is the worst thing you can do. If they don't, say they're at their own 40 and they have a 3rd and 18. Now, they might not get the 18 yards, but if they get 16 of the yards and they end up with a 4th and 2, some kickers can kick from there. So by you playing that sticks defense, you still might give up points. You might not give up a first down, but you might give up points. Happened to us in the Jacksonville game. Sticks defense, they can throw a screen. Alvin Kamara on a screen and with sticks defense, he can get that first down. Anybody, a wide receiver on the Saints, Michael Thomas, that sticks defense don't need to be on the field this week at all. At all. Play man-to-man. If we get beat, we get beat. At the end of the day, we Philadelphia Eagles. Now, what that means is that if we go down, we go down. But we got to go down giving effort. That's the problem I'm having. If you go down and you don't get it done, and I can see that you gave it your all, I can see people gave blood, sweat, and tears, I don't have a problem with that. But the effort hasn't been there all year for the Philadelphia Eagles on the defensive side of the ball. And the offense has been being held back due to very curious play calling, in my opinion. Why didn't we challenge the Dallas Cowboys offense deep? Marcus Mariota did it. Why are we holding Carson Wentz until the second half to start slinging the ball? That's 2 games in a row where I noticed that. We're not shooting for the stars. We got to shoot for the stars. Carson Wentz got to throw the ball. Nelson Aguilar had, I think, 2 or 3 catches of 50 yards or more last year. I don't think he has one this year. I think he might have got I think he got one in the Cowboys game. We're missing the explosive plays because we're not calling the explosive plays. Carson Wentz had time in the pocket against Dallas. Dallas has a good defense this year. We got to challenge these guys deep. We got to do what we got to do. It's time for back against the wall football. So back to the keys of victory. Get them off the field, create turnovers, do whatever we got to do to not let them score touchdowns, control the time of possession, and challenge that suspect defensive core deep. All the elite teams in the league right now have a suspect defense, but what they do have is the ability to score more than you. They have an on-fire offense, but they can be scored on. They can be scored on. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be able to slow this offense down, but we better shoot it out. We better shoot it out Red Dead Redemption style. We better shoot it out the only way we know how. It's time to start swinging for the fences because this is a must-win game. If we win this game, we can start stringing some things together, piecing some things together before we get to this Rams game. The Rams game is way more winnable than this, but this game has to be won. I'm not talking about it got to be won in the trenches. I'm not saying that because you're not going to get the Drew Brees. I'd be surprised if we get 2 sacks in this game. You're not going to get the Drew Brees. He's going to get rid of that ball. It's Drew Brees we talking about. He's going to get rid of that ball. So your only option is to get him off the field. I'm talking about you got to be disciplined from the first snap on. If you can't get to him, hands up, jump, bat the ball down. Do whatever you got to do to throw these guys off rhythm. The season actually rides on this game. The season rides on this game. You know, I'm Lord Brunson. I'm back at you with the back at you. And I can't wait to see how we perform with our backs against the wall, because that's where it is. Our backs are against the wall. Now, if you got other keys to victory, if you feel as though the season is done, that's how you feel. I don't feel it's done. I bleed green. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm a diet Eagles fan. I'm a diet Eagles fan. That ain't gonna never change about me. I could be upset about things that happen, but I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and I believe we still could win this division. Because like I said, nobody else in the division going nowhere anyway. Nobody going nowhere anyway. The Skins out here winning games, putting up 17 points, 15 points. That ain't gonna last long. Back against the wall, I want to see it. We gotta. If we going down fighting.